Yomassage is revolutionizing the massage profession by integrating massage, restorative stretch, and guided meditation into small group sessions. Their 25-hour online certification program, led by a master trainer, enables massage therapists to become certified Yomassage practitioners. This program also teaches powerful mind-body connection techniques and trauma-informed principles to enhance your massage practice. Visit yomassage.com to register. ABMP podcast listeners receive 20% off online courses with the code ABMP20.
Welcome to Business or Pressure, taking the pain out of massage business with me, Allissa Haines. This is your no-nonsense guide to building a happy, sustainable massage therapy business. It is our mission to make sure that every massage therapist has the tools to make a living wage in a thriving business. Let's jump in. So when we talk about good money moves, let's, one, keep in mind that we're probably all doing the best we can, and it's okay now and then to stop and pat yourself on the back if it turns out you're doing a whole bunch of things right and you didn't even know it. But let's get into a little background. First of all, a new thing that I'm doing is money coaching for small business owners, specifically budget coaching with the program YNAB, You Need a Budget. I took their course. I am a YNAB certified coach. I have had a handful of beta testing clients, some massage therapists with just business budgets, some with where working on their business and personal budgets. I have had a few beta testers that are just regular people, not massage therapists, and we've worked on personal budgets. And it's been a really neat experience to go through that training and work with these beta testing clients. When we talk about money, I also like to bring in a little transparency. So my history is this. I started a massage business when I was married, and my husband at the time was providing the bulk of our household income. I eased into it. I kind of went part-time with my previous job and started this massage business and then jumped into it full-time pretty quick. Well, a few years after starting my business, I got divorced and became entirely self-supporting via my massage business. I lived on my own. I supported myself, did that for like a decade. And then I moved in with my current partner and his kids. So I'm still self-supporting, but my living expenses are pretty low because they're kind of traded for a bunch of the uncompensated labor that I provide in homemaking and childcare. I totally support myself, but my income would not support this whole family in a rather high cost of living area south of Boston. But I tell you all this because my experience informs me. And likewise, my lack of experience doesn't inform me. I don't know what it's like to be the only earner in a household that is also supporting a partner and kids. In my YNAB training, I got to see a lot of other test cases and hear about a lot of other situations with other coach trainees and their beta testing clients, and then have my own experience with my own batch of beta tester clients. And it's been so enlightening to see so many different approaches to budgeting in personal lives, in businesses, and just see all the different situations going on out there. And seeing all that and getting a much wider breadth of experience with budgeting, personal and budget and business, I formed kind of a newish list of thoughts and ideas regarding good money practices. This is a super starter list of smart money moves and habits and thought processes in the context of best practices. I'm not talking about all the legal and tax stuff, although good money moves will help you with all of the legal and tax stuff. But this is just some foundational concepts of managing your business money. And we're going to overlap into personal stuff too, because small business always overlaps into personal. And if you walk away from this episode with one thought or one idea that helps you make an adjustment that's beneficial, that's a big deal. That's a win. But let's talk through this list of potential smart money moves or habits to adopt or adjust, and we'll see if any of them apply to you. First, separate accounts. Not rocket science, you've heard it before, but having separate accounts for your business. And by that, I mean a separate checking account and a separate savings account. And if you intend to use credit, a separate credit card just for your business. I'm not a huge fan of having a credit card for my business. I actually have never had one, but I see that some people might need or want one. And if you're going to use a credit card in your business, make sure it is separate and dedicated just to your business, please. The division is necessary. There's going to be kind of a lot of overlap and reasons coming up, but that division is really necessary for clean record keeping. Even if you are brilliant at bookkeeping, having separate accounts makes all of it way easier. And again, I said this isn't necessarily about legal or tax purposes. If you're a sole proprietor and you file your business taxes with a Schedule C, you legally or tax-wise don't have to have separate checking and savings for your business. But I promise you, if you do, everything is better. Bookkeeping is easier. It's easier to apply discipline to your spending and organizing your spending. And it really does separate the business versus hobby crowd. If you are running your business as a business, you should have separate accounts. If it's a hobby and you just do massage for funsies, that's a different thing. But if you want your business to be a business, having a separate checking, a separate savings, maybe a separate credit card, I'm not saying that it's necessary, but I'm saying that it's going to help you a lot and you should totally do it. All right, the next really good money move is paying yourself with a clear plan. Knowing how you are going to figure the amount that you pay yourself, whether it be a percentage of your earnings over a period of time or a flat rate, and knowing where that money is gonna go. And what I mean is, you can say you're paying yourself $1,000, and maybe that means that you're moving $1,000 from your business account to your personal account. It could mean that you pay yourself $1,000, but you only move $800 to your personal account. So you got $200 left that's considered paying yourself. A portion of that goes into retirement. A portion of that goes into a vacation pay and or sick pay savings account. And a portion of that gets set aside for taxes. There should be a plan for all of the pennies that come to you even before they hit your personal account, because part of paying yourself is handling retirement, vacation, taxes, and you got to know where that money's coming from and where it's going. And also paying yourself regularly on a prescribed schedule. It's really, really common when you're not the primary wage earner in your home to kind of pay yourself erratically and when you feel like there is enough left in your business. But again, this is something that kind of separates business from hobby. If you're running a business here, you should be paying yourself regularly. You get to decide if that means weekly, every other week, once a month, every 6 months. Doesn't matter, but there should be a plan for how frequently you pay yourself, and then that plan for exactly how those dollars get separated among what you take home and your retirement and your taxes and all that. This also means not paying yourself too frequently. Oftentimes, we see that business owners are pulling money from their business accounts and moving it to their personal accounts often. And by often, I mean more than a regular schedule, more than the intention of weekly or every other week or monthly, etc. Like every time a Square deposit hits your checking account, you are moving it to your personal account immediately. This indicates a problem with your personal budget because you're running out of money in your personal budget too soon, so you're paying yourself as soon as possible. Paying yourself too frequently without a schedule, urgently because you need that, is a problem, just like paying yourself not frequently enough because you're not treating your business seriously enough is also a problem. So the win here is paying yourself regularly on a predetermined schedule, or at least something very close to that. Another very smart move is keeping your personal expenditures out of your business account. And you think that having separate accounts would make this easy, but if you know you've got money sitting in your business account and you're running low on personal funds, it can get real tempting if you have that debit card in your wallet for your business, or it can just get confusing. But finding a way to keep your personal expenditures out of your business accounts by keeping that debit card, credit card, whatever, in a separate part of your wallet is really important, because that overlap using your business account for personal expenses, first, it just messes up the record keeping, and you have separate accounts partly because it makes record keeping better. And again, it also indicates a problem with your personal budget. If your personal budget is running so low that you need to kind of rob your business account before your prescribed pay date, that's some other issues that gotta get dealt with separately, right? Things happen by accident. It happened to me a couple weeks ago. I placed an order for office supplies and then a few days later ordered from the same place for some personal stuff, and I forgot to change the billing account, and now I have to do like a whole reimbursement thing to my business because I used my business account for a personal expenditure. Accidents happen, but if you're intentionally doing this because you need the money super fast, it'd be really cool to get back to the core issue so that you can keep paying yourself with a clear plan on a regular schedule. So the next smart money move is to reevaluate on a regular basis the discounts in your business. If you offer any kind of discounts, if you offer package pricing, if you offer gift certificate deals, if you offer some kind of loyalty discount where somebody sends 3 people in and they get a massage free, or they come for 10 massages over a certain period of time and they get a massage free, or whatever, it is really smart to annually reevaluate all of these discounts. It could be that you're losing more money than you should be because you're giving away a little too much. It could be a discount that served you well early in your business, but now that you're a little more steady, you don't need to offer these discounts anymore, or maybe you just don't want to offer these discounts anymore. So it is a very good move to regularly examine any discounts that you're giving. And likewise, it is a really good idea to regularly audit and rein in excess spending. Just scanning through 6 months of expenses can kind of help you see where you might be overspending with expenses in your business. Did your phone bill go up? Did your internet go up? Is it worth a phone call to see if you can lower any of these things? In my coaching course, we had a few conversations about subscriptions that have gotten completely out of control. It can be really helpful to examine your subscriptions in both your business and your personal budgets. One of them, music. If you are struggling to make ends meet, you do not need streaming music. In a massage business, you need a playlist. You can buy 1 to 2 albums of massage-ish music. You can even search online to get some free downloads. And that is what you can listen to until you can afford another album or 2. And that's all you need. You need a playlist of ideally 2 to 15 hours of massage music that just goes over and over again. And in your personal world, most of the streaming services have a free option and you can just tolerate the commercials. Is it ideal? No. If you're struggling with money, it is a really good place to cut a few expenses. And ditto that, kind of auditing all of your subscriptions everywhere, including your personal budget. And this, again, came up a lot with some beta testing clients and in my course, where people who are struggling to pay for groceries also have 3 or 4 streaming accounts for entertainment. And listen, I'm not saying you should lead a life with absolutely no entertainment. When you have a really low income, or you're struggling to pay off some debt, or you are trying to be a little more frugal because you want to meet some particular financial goal, you can probably manage on 1 to 2 streaming services at a time. There are also lots of free services with commercials. And when I get annoyed with commercials in free streaming services or a free streaming service I can get through my library, I remind myself that commercial free is for people with full retirement accounts. And my retirement account isn't full yet, so I just need to tolerate commercials until it is. And you can limit the streaming so you're only buying 1 or 2 streaming services at a time. My household has a policy where we only have 2 streaming services at a time. So right now, we have Paramount and Disney. And when the year is up for that streaming service, we've set some reminders in our calendars. We have a conversation and say, what services do we want to subscribe to for the next year? So maybe next year is going to be Netflix and something else. So we limit it to 1 or 2 at a time. So again, I don't think a household needs to live with absolutely no entertainment, but I do think it is worth it to consider if you are paying for Pandora for one kid and Spotify for another, and Paramount for one kid and Disney for another, plus Netflix for the grown-ups. Can you consolidate and do 6 months at a time for one of the video streaming services? But I think you get the idea here. The tiniest bit of structure can be revolutionary in how you manage your business money, and that will absolutely float over to how you manage your personal money. Because if your business money is more organized, you're probably going to be able to pay yourself a little more. So these super smart tips of separate accounts, actually keeping them separate, paying yourself with a clear plan and paying yourself regularly, and auditing the discounts in your business and the expenses going out, super smart money moves that all contribute to a sustainable business. My high five today goes out to my 4 beta testing clients. Thank you. You know who you are. You were super patient with me over the past few months as I created onboarding checklist and intake surveys and services and scheduling systems, and kind of had to reboot all my little business practices, which was scary and also fun. Y'all were really, really patient with me, and I deeply appreciate that. If you have a question about running your business or an idea for an episode, reach out, businessorpressure@abmp.com. You can also find me working with other massage therapists at deepbreathdigital.com. Make sure you're subscribed to ABMP's podcast so you don't miss a beat. There is so much to learn about building and maintaining a massage business. We're going to cover as much as we can. I'll meet you right back here for the next episode. I can't wait.